Hello, everyone. Gonna make sure. All right, so we are live. Can hear myself. Okay. Sorry, I am a little bit late. I was wasting valuable time giving someone on the internet my own peace of mind. Because I have some things that I'm a little bit aggravated about. So, while we're waiting for Faran here, I don't know if she'll. I don't know for sure that I'm gonna end up seeing her. I had a comment here from a little bit ago. I'm not sure what time she'll end up showing up. I'm gonna pull up this comment here. I know Farrah mentioned doing Ann Miles' story next, but would sure love to see her dig into what the hell's going on in East Palestine, and then George Galloway would get it around the world. That might be true. I don't know. There's been a lot of debate over just how the coverage of that has been. And I had posted something earlier that I just went through, and it showed all the different ways that, I mean, it it has been covered. That there was articles from 6 days ago that came from national media, and I was having issues with people saying it's not, that the East Palestine thing is not getting covered at all, when that's not the entire story, really. Like, now, if we want to make arguments maybe about the way things are getting covered, whether or not they're going about it the right way, then I mean that's kind of a different issue altogether. I don't I don't like my background. I'm gonna fix my background here. Because I'm not saying that everything that they're doing is right when it comes to covering it. But I wish we would recognize and discuss the fact that they are covering it. So, but I want to talk a little bit about what it is that had me so mad. So I'm gonna be honest here, and I'm gonna say that I'm a little frustrated right now with the second article, but maybe not some of the reasons that people might think. Um, I'm gonna pull something up here. Share screen. That umbrella guy, he really summed this up really well, in my opinion. Uh, Called it yesterday. Eliza Bleu just used the Shane Cashman's interview with DeFango to infer wrongdoing. Internet lesson number one: never apologize for someone thinking you've done wrong. It always becomes deflection. So she has a little bit of a screen grab here. And, DeFango keeps trying to point out this thing here where it says, if I've done wrong. No, you don't even need to be using the word if. The problem is this. That's why with the Eliza thing, I definitely didn't want it to end up like this. I would much rather, have been able to talk to her. If I were able to give her a message today, obviously I would say, look, I'm definitely sorry that this kind of rolled out the way it did. He includes no but in that. He doesn't need, the problem of it is the fact that he doesn't need to apologize for a damn thing. He doesn't need to apologize for literally none of it. And my concern is this could make it more difficult than what some people are understanding for anyone to potentially sue for the loss of money that they have experienced for this. Because it almost sounds like really ultimately all of this was his fault when it wasn't. Honestly, he makes it sound like more like the YouTubers who have been banned because of this, who have lost money because they can't do their job the same way they would have normally do their job, should sue him. Because he wrote a thread that got sent around to other YouTubers. And the other YouTubers, they did what they thought was right, and they challenged her on it. And then she realized that this story was breaking wide open, and she started getting them all challenged. And I just wish that he had went by this any other way. Not implying that anybody has done anything wrong. There was never any intention to have her harassed into oblivion, right? That's not what I wanted. I just wanted some simple answers. This kind of spiraled out of the control, and talking about the YouTube, unlike all these other people on the internet that are just making video after video after video collecting cash, they're merely doing... There seems to be a misunderstanding among people about what it is that YouTubers do. About what content creation is. The things that you... And just with a story like this, especially if you're Brittany Venti, who is still locked out of her account, this is going to be a thing that comes up regularly in your live streams. That's just the way that it's going to be. And to me, it sounds like he, to me, I include people like Faran, who is doing an entire documentary. She's doing an entire documentary on this. How is she not included in that statement about YouTubers doing video after video about it? Because she's done numerous videos on it. She's gone on the other YouTubers' videos. But at the same time, it's like, you mean they're still friendly with each other on Twitter? So I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm apparently not stupid. I'm not smart enough to understand it, apparently. And so I've unfollowed him for the time being, and I've also muted him. Because honestly, if I tried to talk about this right now, I would be yelling at him so loud it would shatter his eardrums and they would be on the floor in millions of pieces. Just being honest. On the floor in millions of pieces because I am so frustrated and wish that he had worded certain things just better instead of potentially making it harder for anyone who wants to sue her for costing them money to sue, because honestly this whole entire thing makes it look like it's really his fault, and if anything they should be suing him because he didn't mean for all of this to spin out of control like it did, and it's primarily his fault. So, I realized that he had to make some kind of response to Cashman's article, because Cashman's article in part 3, it was horrible, and he said things, he defamed him. I understand that, but he still could have defended his honor and his reputation without making it sound like all these other people were being bad actors. And so again, like I mentioned it, I currently have him muted, and I'm not following him anymore because if I tried to talk to him again, I would be yelling at him so loud it would break his eardrums, and they would be lying on the floor in millions of pieces. And that's just, it's just the way that I'm feeling right now. But moving on. And I know that, not everyone agrees with that view on things, but that's just the way that I'm feeling right now. So, but I got some stuff bookmarked here. I want to go over that. Someone was commenting about the East Palestine. Jack Posoviak shared an interesting video here from TikTok. Now, here's kind of the thing with TikTok. You have to keep in mind that anybody can literally write anything. And it's really hard to verify a lot of what people say when it comes
at East Palestine, Ohio. And all I'm going to ask is that if you do this, you get your facts right. I literally grew up right down the road from East Palestine.
Again, no idea who this woman is. She could be lying through her teeth.
My best friend lives in the fucking town. My current best friend literally lives right next to the town. It is so much worse than what the media is telling any of us.
And that could be true. See, I actually live in Ohio. I have no problem, no issue with people saying that they're not covering it the wrong way. I've gotten flack from some people saying that it's not true that the media is not covering it at all. And I still got flack for it even when I showed screenbacks. This is from 6 days ago on CNN. They were covering it back when what happened. Is the issue that it wasn't nonstop coverage? Do you not like the way that they're covering it? I'm conservative, and yet I routinely, oftentimes, will not understand the way conservative commentators frame things when they cover stories. I don't Don't
I'm
understand.
getting reports from people that are down there right now that they're literally seeing schools of fish floating down streams, rivers, fucking dead. I got a video from my friend, okay? And she's like walking, dude. It's all fucking dead. All fucking dead. And on the top of the water is a really pretty chemical rainbow sheen. The chemicals are
I
in
wonder
the
if it matches
fucking
her
water
hair.
and they're lying to the rest of the country saying they're not. The water's been contaminated. The soil's been contaminated. The fucking air is contaminated. You literally are about to see some of the worst fucking health side effects coming out of people in that town. It's not even funny.
I don't know. I mean, I live 4 hours away from there, and I I can't tell you for sure. Like, we also have something from 2 hours ago that I'm going to share with you.
And y'all want to know something even more fucked up? The restaurant that I work at in a whole different state had to donate food to them because we had people from the churches calling to tell us that Red Cross never fucking came, FEMA never fucking came, the environmental conservationists still have yet to fucking come, and nobody's fucking helping them. Meaning all of the fucking firefighters that were working get no food, have nothing to help them, nothing. Okay, all the people that were displaced have no food, water, a place to stay, none of that shit. It is so much worse than what they're telling you, and TikTok probably won't even let me post this video, but if this video gets posted, please save it and repost it everywhere you fucking can, because I'm telling y'all, they are covering this shit up. They are covering this shit up because they don't want to get out how bad it actually was. This was not good. This was the worst fucking thing that's happened probably in the past 8 years.
Well, I sometimes wonder, like, if you don't live in Ohio and you're if you live in Ohio and you are a voted official that has been voted and put into place like Mike DeWine is, I'm trying to understand if you love your family and you care about your family and their health, why would you cover this up? Like, so the local people who lives there, and even like Mike DeWine, who has family that he loves and cares about, he's not doing that means he's not doing anything to protect them either. So that's why when I hear that they're covering things up, I'm always like, what are they accomplishing by covering it up? Why would you do something like that? Like, I just try to understand, and I just try to ask the right questions and not just jump to conclusions because you have a blue-haired chick on TikTok talking about how bad it is.
That entire town is basically unlivable now because of the fucking chemicals. And they're lying, telling civilians that it's safe, knowing damn well, because I took chemistry and I know chemicals and I have this awesome fucking supercomputer in my hand. The side effects from breathing in those chemicals, they're covering shit up. They're covering shit up. They're covering shit up. But it's not surprising.
So yeah, so that was from Jack Posobiec. I do have some another news here that I was not aware of. So, get that out of the way. To the few that we have watching on Rumble, thank you. Feel free, if you haven't already, to like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to send any questions that you have. I'll try to keep an eye on that here for you. And remember that Rumble allows you to very easily donate. And through their chat system. I'm not monetized on YouTube. If anybody cares to support me, that's great. But it's all good if you don't. So let's get back here. I want to make this a little bigger. Female reverses course will send assistance team to East Palestine following train derailment. And that will be because I say you've had not only people online, but you've had local residents too, who are like, this isn't acceptable. The workers will support ongoing operations, including incident coordination and ongoing assessment of potential long-term recovery needs. I'm wondering if I play that, if I will get copyrighted, so I'm not going to play that. Just hours after saying he did not expect members of the Federal Emergency Management Agency to be in East Palestine, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine now confirms the government entity will in fact be sending a crew to assist with the aftermath of the train derailment in the village. In a joint statement released Friday night, DeWine and FEMA Regional Administrator Thomas C. Sivak said the agency would deploy a regional incident management assistant team to Columbus County starting Saturday, along with a senior responding official. The workers will support ongoing operations, including incident coordination and ongoing assessments of potential long-term recovery needs. The Biden-Harris administration has mobilized a robust multi-agency effort to support the peace of East Palestine, Ohio. The White House said in a statement of its own earlier this afternoon, as President Biden told Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro soon after the derailment, the federal government stands ready to provide any additional federal assistance that the states may need. Why that took you so fucking long, though, is I think a valid point that people might have. DeWine had previously requested federal help, and today the Department of Health and Human Services announced toxicologists from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention will be returning to East Palestine to assist with public health testing. However, the governor's request for FEMA assistance was initially denied, with the agency apparently telling its office the current situation did not qualify for assistance. Did not quality, it should be qualified. See, Cashman isn't the only one that whose editor doesn't get stuff right. Maybe they hired her. Maybe she's their editor. Oh goodness, I'm snorting. Although FEMA is synonymous with disaster support, they are most typically involved with disasters where there is tremendous home or property damage. DeWine told reporters at a Friday press conference, adding this would include situations like tornadoes, flooding, or hurricanes. It's unknown what changed in the time since those remarks, but the governor did confirm he would preemptively file a document with FEMA to preserve our rights in case we need their assistance in the future. DeWine has not declared the crash aftermath to be a federal disaster, perhaps because of concerns doing that could shield the Norfolk Southern Railway from liability. Now that's interesting because a lot of people wanted him to do that, and a lot of people, I mean, I would even see comments on posts wanting him to declare this disaster. I was like, well, why isn't he? And that could maybe that's a valid concern. He wanted them to be held accountable. And maybe if you do that, it gets harder to do that for some reason. I don't know. Let's say, for example, the railroad stops paying for whatever reason. DeWine said Friday of filing the paper, we're still going to go after the railroad We want to make sure that there will be support for people if that support does, in fact, stop from the railroad. The wreckage from the freight train led to the release of multiple potential toxic materials back into the air and into waterways. The Ohio Environmental Protection Agency has continued to say both the air and municipal drinking water are safe, with DeWine adding that a chemical plume in the Ohio River has since completely dissipated. I don't know. Some people are wanting to say that that's not true. So, it's interesting. Let's see. Do I have any comments or anything? No. What about Twitter? Because we are live on Twitter. No, I mean, it's hard for me to say for sure what's really going on with some things. Because while I live in Dayton, I'm not able to go down to East Palestine itself and interview people. So I can kind of tell you what it is that I know based on articles like this. Can I tell you for sure that anybody is lying? I know pretty much every YouTuber out there will. But what I'm going to tell you is to stay involved, stay alert. If you know people who are out there, reach out to them, talk to them. See what they're saying. So, all right. One thing that I have done concerning the Eliza Bleu situation is I have gone ahead and started trying to find out what I can about the night that she says that she overdosed and was taken to the hospital, and that's when information came out from her mother that apparently she had um a rape kit done. So here's the deal. She at that time was supposed to be 17 years old. It was she was supposed to turn 18 in a couple months. And I think that it's possible that according to California age of consent laws, let's look that up here. California age of consent. Let's see. This is from a criminal defense attorney. Let's see what they're saying on the issue. The legal age of consent in California is 18 years old. 18 years old. The age of consent refers to the age at which a person can legally marry, engage in sexual acts. Now I don't see anything here about whether or not where was I going through this? Whether or not, whether or not, who knows, maybe 10 years ago the age of consent was different. That's that's a very real possibility, but I'm not seeing anything right there. But there is sometimes limited information that you can get um with things like Freedom of Information Acts. Um, and there may be some information that I can get about the time that she was attacked. So it could be one of those things that nothing will come of it, and you never know. There's always this possibility that I could have worded this better, but they have an online system by which you can do this. I'm trying to pull the page up so I can show you what I did. There we go. I really need, I have one extra screen, but I really need 20. Am I doxing myself? Haha. Yeah, I am. So there's my address, y'all. There's my phone number. What the fuck ever. You would have a hard time getting to my apartment. You might send me shit that I don't want you to, but whatever. So here's what I did. I'm looking for information on what officers responded to reports of an overdose and possible rape in 1998. Would like any communication available regarding the incident and want to know want to know if anyone was ever questioned or charged in the incident. Also curious whether any complaints were filed against the officers' actions in relation to the investigation. The victim may have went by Eliza Bleu. So there's that. I got that assigned to somebody. Stop sharing that. Stop doxing myself. That was lovely. I guess I'll have to privatize the stream now. Don't gangsta stalk me because you all got my address. Don't be doing that. That wouldn't be very nice. Oh, well. I mean, so here's a response to a comment that I made. It is sad wanting to make this about suing people is the opposite of how it all started for everyone. Wanting to confirm EB's story now has become this tribalistic storm against each other, proving that people are stupid for getting the original goal. No one's forgotten the original goal. Unfortunately, suing may be required in order for us to accomplish the original goal. It's unfortunate, but it's a very real possibility that that's the way this is gonna go. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't necessarily mean that anybody has forgotten anything. We still have a shared goal. There shouldn't be the infighting there is, but we still have a shared goal. What's on that? Nobody has forgotten. However, sadly, to be willing to go on. stressful process of suing. It only became that way because she wrongfully censored. This is her fault and hers alone. We all still want the same thing. So in my opinion, we all still want the same thing. We want the truth to come out, and all the evidence we're seeing, the proof is that, I mean, she lied. Don't really know what else to tell you. And it's very possible that in order to prove that somebody lied, that someone's going to have to be willing to go under the stress of suing. And lawsuits can be stressful. There's nothing convenient or easy or cheap about suing anyone. So I'm going to see if I have any messages from Faran. Because if she doesn't show up soon, then this is gonna be kind of then this stream is gonna be being wrapped up shortly. So gotta pull up my Google Voice thing here. Hey, if you don't come on soon, I'm gonna probably end the stream. So I was kind of hoping she was, like, hey, send me the info. I'll be there. No comments on Rumble. Thank you for watching. If you could, please like, share, and subscribe. and expose to the world that I'm an idiot and accidentally doxed my address. So, yay, fun times. Woohoo. So, was there something else I wanted to try and take a look at? I believe I saved a couple of different things. Oh shit, I'm so sorry at this anti-war event. I thought you were gonna do it Sunday night. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus, Joseph and Mary. Okay. 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 We will plan for Sunday. I just doxed myself on accident. Haha. Maybe we can find someone who's streaming this anti-war rally. Well, the one that I'm seeing is not until Sunday. I guess it must be something different. Well, I'm gonna ask her about that. So the Rage Against the Machine thing on Sunday. You aren't going to that? I am confused. What is this anti-war rally? Let's go see if we can find this anti-war rally on YouTube. Because I'm thinking I'm probably gonna end this. I'm not getting very many comments, very many rooms. I typically don't when I do this. I typically don't. The number of views that I'm getting right now is pretty much what I get, and honestly, I mean, I feel like I am more entertaining. Um, when I have a bigger audience and when I have a guest, and then I can kind of, you know, interact with people a little bit. But just sometimes doesn't work that way. Does Rumble have anything that I can restream for shits and giggles? awake with JP. He's funny. I'm gonna play one of his videos here. He's a funny dude.
Look over there! What is it? Aliens? UFOs? Ukraine? Satanic celebrities? Yes! Awesome. I like looking at those things over there because it helps me not see what's over here. Do you know what's over here? Still doing my best to not find out. But I've barely got enough distractions to keep me from looking at it, though. Same. But maybe we could just look over here and find out real quick.
Got God instead of
What do you know about aliens and UFOs? I've never been thinking about them more now that they fit into the look over there category. UFO sightings are everywhere. Maybe we should talk about that now, as it seems to be what we're instructed to do. I concur. Do you know what's weird about aliens? The lack of genitals? No. I mean, well, yeah, certainly that. But also, back when the government denied alien existence, if you did believe in aliens, you were considered a mindless nut job. Complete mindless nut jobs. And now that the government is constantly teasing us with alien existence, you're considered a mindless nut job if you don't believe in them. Complete mindless nut jobs. And those same people used to say that the government denying alien existence was evidence that they do exist. Like defiant children. And now those same people saying that the government suggesting aliens are out there is evidence that aliens don't exist. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Really? Are you? No, not at all. I'm one of the people who never believed that aliens existed because the government said they don't. Do you believe in them now? Of course, the government is telling us that they do exist. So you're like a sheep. Thank you. And you're like an immature, defiant child. Compliment received and appreciated as it was intended. I find it beautiful that even though we have completely opposite views of the existence of aliens, what we harmoniously have in common is we let the government completely control our thinking about them. You through your childish defiance to whatever the government says, and me through my sheep-like obedience to whatever the government says. Yeah, we do have that in common. Oh, I had a question, but I forgot what I was going to ask you. I don't remember what my answer was going to be. Weird. But moving along, even though the media is not covering it, I heard about a catastrophic chemical spill from a train derailment in Ohio. I think that one's actually over here. Well, consider the subject changed. Tell me more about Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine's interesting. I mean, the U.S. says they're not going to get involved in the war, but they kind of are, sending all the tanks and weapons over there and all the...
Did he really just say the media not covering the train derailments? JP!
funding. And as I'm talking about Ukraine, I'm noticing that 100% of my bandwidth is consumed by all the sketchy details of it, which makes me completely unaware that anything could possibly exist over here. And I'll tell you what, I've been standing with Ukraine for over a year now, and I don't know if it's making a difference. Yeah, this is the first time I've sat down since February of last year. Me too. I hope things didn't just get worse over there. Yeah, let's just sit with Ukraine for a while and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, maybe they need more resting energy. It could only help.
More resting.
And I will say, I've been rather intrigued to find out about a court's upcoming unsealing order about the well-known names on Epstein's client list. Would you please look over there? For crying out loud, it's classified documents. Yes, it is. Biden has them. What about Mike Pence? And let's not forget about the ones Trump had. And with Biden, they're finding even more now. Yeah, and I think we're supposed to keep our attention focused on speculating whether or not they'll really go after Biden for them or if they're going to let him off easy because he controls the FBI. And also speculate if the DNC is just setting Biden up with the classified documents so they can remove him from office or at the very least keep him from running in 2024.
Does this make that like can you like really like seriously like feel that if you're having this internal conversation with yourself, then it's like your head absolutely wants to explode?
24 if he's still barely alive then. Is he still alive? There's speculation that he is. By the way, what's that shirt all about? Oh, God. Yeah, it's kind of reminding people about God. I think God's supposed to be over here. Did you see the satanic performance at the Grammys? It was great. Now I'm even more inspired to be influenced on how to live my life by celebrities who are godless drug addicts, rapists, and pedophiles. They're so good looking. They sure are. By the way, this place is great. Is this new furniture? I don't know. It's your house. Never been in this room before.
I mean,
It's nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't necessarily mind if he did every one of his streams shirtless. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's not necessarily quite as built in the chest area as some people, but he's not bad to look at.
You'll have to come back sometime soon. Oh, I remember what I was going to ask you.
He's got a nice flat
Have
stomach.
you heard about why all the young people are dying suddenly? Look over there! Hey there, my friend. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now, if you are a freedom lover, I would love to invite you to join my Freedom Lovers community on Locals. It's free to join, and it's as easy as clicking the red join button you'll see on your screen right here. The community is fully uncensored. I share things that I can't share anywhere else on social media. So if you would like to be a part of our Freedom Lovers like-minded community, hit the red join button, and I will see you on the inside, Freedom Lover. Hey, before you go, I want to let you know, I think there's two types of people in this world. Those who like to live in fear and those who like to live in freedom. And my entire freedom line of merch is designed for those of...
Okay, no, nobody cares about your merch. I mean, I'm sure some people do. Well, let's see this. This looks like this could be a funny one. Reacting to men acted like female TikTok fitness influencer. So that's about.
Hey, here's my butt. Notice it, but don't look at it. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my freedom loving friend. We're going to have a little fun today because one of the things we like to do in this beautiful experience.
Dress in a way that you obviously can see my butt, but don't look at it. Yeah, women are guilty of that. I'm going to turn him down just a little bit.
Of ours shared collectively is call out the woke absurdities. Let's take a trip back down memory lane, whichever way we want to go. Seems like back in the day, the sort of wokeness we would call out wasn't even woke, but it was calling out people on Instagram who were just shamelessly showing their bodies, trying to get attention while they pretend that they're not just shamelessly showing their bodies, trying to get attention. That concept has evolved and it's gotten funnier. So we want to explore that today. One of my favorite comedians, Ryan Long, he's put out a recent video called If Men Acted Like Female TikTok Fitness Influencers. This video's gotten mega views. I haven't watched it, but I have faith that it's going to be well worth the watch with you. So let's check it out.
I hate that I have to make this video, but I've been constantly being harassed. There's a lot of dudes like me that have been just trying to get yoked, and you're just constantly being harassed. It's pretty much a guarantee. She's going to stare over, and there it is.
So as a lady just barely glances at him. And of course, the backstory on this, there's female fitness TikTokers out there who, of course, their job is to just try to get noticed. They're doing noticeable things. One, they're filming themselves in a gym, which is just as common as that is now. It still looks unusual, so people are going to look at you. And by the way, it's a public gym. People are going to look at you. So when they're doing their little fitness videos, like, please notice me. Here's my butt. Here's my boobs. Here's my whatever. Here's my legs. And then someone just glances over. They'll then go online and just talk about how they can't even go to the gym anymore. Like, people are just watching me all the time, even when people are just glancing at them. So anyway, Ryan Long capturing that.
Can you not film me while you're doing whatever it is
Sorry,
that
I don't
is?
even know if she would see what I was doing.
Everyone
Constantly
sees what you're
looking over
doing.
in my direction. Yeah. Obviously, you can tell right now she's trying to smash. She's looking.
Oh,
By the way, setting up the shot, TikTok fitness influencers, some of them will do this, but setting up the shot so you're not just filming yourself, but
I'm
you're
wondering
filming the
if
other person
woman he
so you can film them looking at you. That
I-
is beautiful.
I
Oh, she's
wonder-
coming over again. Can't get away from them.
hey, is this your weight?
Yeah,
I'm gonna move
I can
it.
move my own weights, actually. Thank you very much. This is a very common occurrence. They will try to move the weights for you.
Okay, well,
My own weights.
it's on my bag. You put your weight on my bag, so I'm just gonna move that.
Location for weights where they should be. I just wish all these girls would just get the out of here.
The exercises
assuming-
he's
I'm
doing
assuming
are
that
just
woman
not
he
even
actually
exercises, which makes it fun.
That woman, I'm assuming.
Excuse me, do you have a problem? You just keep like muttering stuff under your breath.
Yeah, it's called working out.
It's like it's very sexual.
Here we go. And okay, now she's staring again.
Just walk by.
In a perfect world, I'd go to prison. It's the only place I could probably work out in peace without being sexually harassed and pervert. Just looking at me, thinking about all the things she wants to do to my body.
I can hear you.
This is so well done.
Hopefully I can get through one rep without being intervened on.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you, but I gotta be. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I've been working out for a long time, so thank you.
Okay. You can't just move the.
right there.
You can't just move the bike to the middle of the room.
By the way, number one pet peeve of public gyms of all time, two of them. They both involve bicep curls. Number one, usually it's guys. They're going to do dumbbell curls. So they grab dumbbells. Where do they do the curls? In front of the whole dumbbell rack. So you can't get to the dumbbells. You just have to sit there watching them do their crappy form, swinging bicep curls, monopolizing the whole rack. It's kind of like a male cat peeing on things that aren't his. It pisses me off. Pet peeve number two, guys in a public gym. Usually it's guys. Some women will do this. I'm an equal opportunity pet peever, doing bicep curls on the squat rack. Now, I usually don't work out at public gyms anymore unless I'm traveling. I love working out at home. But back when I worked out at public gyms, most gyms weren't set up to be like functional fitness. Usually it's a bunch of crappy machines. Here's 40 treadmills. But we need squat racks, people. So the old gym I used to go to, it had 2 squat racks. You know, thousands of members, but only 2 squat racks. Your boy likes to train his legs. So when I would go to use a squat rack, there's some guy doing curls with 65 pounds in the squat rack, which you don't need a squat rack for. That's my second pet peeve, but I digress. Back to the video.
Please, it's my 1 hour of day. I just want.
I've just never seen a workout like this.
This isn't my first day. This isn't my first rodeo. I've been working out for a long time. Appreciate the help. I really do. And if I do need a personal trainer, I'll let you know. I'm going to train you. Asking your asshole. You keep talking that smack.
I think the best female fitness influencers, men too, but we're going after you today, ladies. The ones who
He's
are
posting
obviously
and he
just trying
probably
to
shouldn't be.
frivolously show their body while they're working out, but they don't know how to work out. They're using atrocious forms, so they look like an idiot while they're looking like an idiot. Ryan's doing that too. He looks like an idiot.
Come on, bro. There's other people here. What are you doing?
Excuse me, miss.
Come on.
I've headphones in. Not everyone's talking to you all the time.
You don't,
Can I please
though.
work out in peace?
You don't have headphones.
Chuck went up for the stair counter. Climb up here. It's the only place that I can get a bit of a workout in peace.
Okay, I'm actually gonna have to tell the staff now.
Yeah, I'm actually going to tell this staff too, so I'd love that. If you don't mind, please, if you don't mind, tell them. I actually have footage of what happened today. This is all documented.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is the guy right here.
Yes, sir.
With the kettlebell.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. This is the one that's been harassing me. I have it all on tape. I hope that girl never reproduces again. Someone needs to put a sock in her vagina.
I love it. I love it. When
Someone
fitness
needs to put a sock in
influencers
her
act
vagina.
like they're the victim while they're displaying this huge cloud of narcissism around, distracting everybody in the gym, treating it as though it's their own film studio, not even treating it like it's their workout studio, then acting like they're the victims of people watching them do ludicrous, idiotic behavior while they're an idiot. You look like an idiot while you're being an idiot. I love it. I'm not perfect. I look like an idiot on most days. But as an idiot, I also find it's fun to laugh at other idiots. It's a great video. I understand why it's gotten mega views. If you're not following Ryan Long yet, please check him out on all the socials, Ryan Long Comedy. He's a freaking great guy. Funny ass comedian. I love him. And I appreciate you taking a break from us dissecting a lot of the corruption going on in the world so we can have a little laughter break. And if you are in fact a freedom lover, which if you're not, like, why are you here?
We care about it. We're freedom lovers, dude. We just came for the laugh. We don't need to. Yeah. Okay. I'm wondering what this anti-war event is. She went out instead of coming on my show. Rude. Rude, Faran, rude. It's okay. It's all good. Let's see what on earth is going on with the quartering here. I do enjoy Jimmy Dore, but yes, as a Whopper, he 100% meant to spit on him to be very charitable. He did say this is my story, and he did say he regretted it.
Is that I had some iced tea in my mouth, which is true. And I went up, and Alex Jones is funny. You can't deny that he's not funny. And when I got up there,
All right, we got this from Mystery Guest. He says, JD is the best in the business. Lots of love to him. Ask him if he regrets spitting on Alex Jones.
Yes.
I hope so. You do?
Yeah. My story is that I had some iced tea in my mouth, which is true. And I went up, and Alex Jones is funny. You can't deny that he's not funny. And when I got up there, he literally said, "Hey, I'm just trying to be nice." And that was so funny. I had a spit take, and that's what happened. But he quit. He walked away immediately afterwards. So it worked. It diffused the system.
But you're saying you didn't just like spit on him out of anger? Is that what it is?
My story is he was being very funny, and it was an involuntary spit take, and I do regret it.
I'm not lying. Everybody get the fuck off my stage! Get the fuck off my stage! Get the fuck off my stage! Get the fuck off my stage!
That looks straight up intentional.
He literally said, "Hey, I'm just trying to be nice." And that was so funny. I had a spit take, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I have no idea really much about this guy, but he says, "Why is everyone up my
All
ass?"
right, we got this from Mystery Guest. He says, JD is the best in the business. Lots of love to him. Ask him if he regrets spitting on Alex Jones.
Yes.
I hope so. You do?
Yeah. My story is that I had some iced tea.
So I guess they thought that he was like defending him. I thought he was talking about something else entirely. I didn't realize what was going on. All right, well, it has been a typical stream of low views, sharing some shit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it a night. Before we do, we're going to end it by reminding all of you the universe is this big and we are tiny. But remember, it takes all of us working together to make the world a better place. And who you are is powerful and not insignificant. Don't let anybody ever tell you that. Because all it takes is one person to stand up and demand change. And eventually, one person can become a rainstorm. So keep on keeping on, everybody. And God bless.